What's going on, guys? I'm Jaye the Black. Salute to everybody that's tuning in. Make sure y'all like this video. I'm gonna talk about Zion Williamson, man. Zion Williamson is continuously getting caught up in these situations where he's put on blast. Now, in the latest situation, I did a video on it. I'll link it in the description box. I talked about how there was a female that was said to have exposed him in her Snapchat DMs. Then she comes out and denies it and then blames everything on her brother. But at the same time admitting that she was in a relationship while she's having this other situation with Zion Williamson where she's actually sleeping with Zion Wilson. And she's embarrassed because Zion only hits her up when he wants to sleep with her. Well, you know what? That takes two. You can't just pin it all on him and act like he's asking you to do something and you just comply because you feel like you have to. No, you chose to. And the fact that you have a guy who's willing to still be with her and date her lets me know that a lot of you dudes don't have standards. As long as you think you with a girl that looks good, you're willing to put up with the things that she does because you're so desperate to keep her. And in Zion's case, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of athletes who sleep with women who have boyfriends. Zion probably didn't even know that. I am sure Zion didn't even know if she had a boyfriend or not. He probably didn't care because, once again, these women are not going to be 100% honest with you. When a woman wants your attention, she's going to do whatever it takes. She's going to lie. She's going to be deceitful. And that's why you have to be mindful, especially as Zion Williamson, of the type of women that you come across. Now, people asked me about a basketball player by the name of Jalen Green. He's actually dating the girlfriend of Diddy's son. And to me, it just shows you that these young females, man, they will go from this athlete to this rapper's son. Because, again, as long as he's an NBA player, as long as you can get clout off of him, these women are willing to do it. They have no shame. A lot of you modern day women have absolutely no shame whatsoever. And then they wonder why they can't get a good man. They don't want a good man. These women can have a boyfriend, a husband, and then they will still get with the Zion Williamson and then inadvertently expose them. And you know what the crazy thing is? I don't think it was accidental. I think that there was some intent there because you cannot trust your modern day woman, especially these Gen Z females. You can't trust them. You just cannot trust them. They are out here trying to get as much clout as they possibly can. So if you really think that these women are out here getting with guys, not having receipts, maybe when things fall apart, or if they think they can capitalize on it, I've seen so many stories like this, man. I've seen so many stories of women exposing guys just so they can build their Instagram followings, just so they can get more OnlyFans subscribers. That happens a lot. There was a female I did a video about who has a kid by an NBA player, and she's always putting him on blast. She's always exposing him. It's almost like she does it whenever she wants to gain new followers. She will go and try to expose him. I need new followers. Let me go and expose the father of my children for doing this and doing that. And they have absolutely no shame. They have absolutely no shame whatsoever. Just like you have these females who hop from one basketball player to another basketball player to the son of a rap mogul, and they ain't even 22 yet. Because this is the type of women we are breeding in this society. These females can't wait to turn 18 so they can go out there and be in these streets. They can't wait to turn 18. so they can be out there like that. That's how they are. And we have to understand that in this day and age, we have to be able to do a lot more as far as mentoring the youth. I'm pretty sure that Zion has had good people in his ear, male mentors in his ear, but has he been listening to him? Look how he was on draft night. It just seemed like, there might have been some friction with him and his stepfather. But a lot of times these guys, they do what they want to do. Look at LaMelo Ball. He had LeVar Ball as his father, but he's still out flying out IG models. IG models that are like 10 years, 12 years older than him, chasing him around. Charlotte, he has these chicks coming in and out. That's how desperate these females are for validation and attention. So much so that they will go and start OnlyFans just so they can have an echo chamber of it. And these young athletes know this. And this is how far as a society that we have fallen. We have fallen very far as a society. The males don't have the right mentoring from other men. The women don't know how to be feminine. They only know how to look feminine, but they aren't feminine. They're just as masculine as these males are. And then they wonder why they cannot get into a solid, stable relationship. Well, maybe it's due to the fact that you don't play your role in life. You're too busy trying to be competitive with men. A competition you'll never win, by the way. But that's where your mindset is. And Zion, to me, I feel like he's somebody that just wants to do what he see other guys his age do. Date with chicks, and or have relations with chicks and not get exposed. But he has to understand that because of who he is, that's what's going to happen. That's why you have to vet the type of women that you're around. And that's why you have to be careful, man. Because these chicks are desperate for clout. And if you are especially if you are a melanated athlete, they're going to go and they're going to tell people, and this type of situation is going to happen. Some of these women don't even like NBA players. Like LeBron James got exposed by this Caucasian Instagram model about a year or so ago, I believe. It was nobody in the mainstream media wanted to talk about it, but he was in her DMs and she clowned him because she wasn't interested in him. He wasn't her type. Listen, it happens. We're not everybody's type, but she did it, I think, to prove a point. Like, look at this basketball player trying to get at me, right? She could have kept that to herself, but she didn't, because even in a situation where she may not even be attracted to a LeBron James or want to talk to them, think that he's all about smashing, she could have kept that to herself. But the fact that she put it out there is because she wanted to prove a point. She wanted to prove some point. One, for validation, and two, to show that she's not interested, which is whatever. It happens. But that's why, you have to be careful of the type of women you're reaching out to, man. Especially reaching out to women in their early 20s, the most undateable group of women out there. There's nobody more undateable than women in their early 20s, early to mid 20s. They are completely undateable. No, and the fact that you see dudes having children and trying to start family with these females is mind-boggling to me, because it's not going to work. It's going to fall apart. You're thinking with the wrong head. You've been whipped by that box, and now you're not thinking clearly. Yeah, they're going to treat you good when everything is good because they know they can be replaced. But the moment you have a child with them, it's a wrap. Now, again, this thing with Zion, I don't know, maybe he's cursed. Maybe he need to figure out a different strategy as far as the type of women he deals with. But it's very clear to me that he's become a target. And it's going to happen because other females see that they can get attention. Now, this female did not want that type of attention. According to her, it was her brother that did it. But that's why, again, I don't think that Zion was in the wrong in that situation, because he's a single guy that's out sowing his oats like anybody else is. But again, as an NBA player, you have a responsibility. You're a public figure, so what you do is magnetized, even though you may not feel like what you did is wrong. But you still have to be careful the type of women you interact with, because if you are engaging in activities with a female that has an OnlyFans, that situation may go wrong.